What is happening, guys? So today we're back at it again with another Fleet Friday video. This week we're looking at the new bus that came to V2. I know so many of you guys has asked for this. This specific bus we're using is one that was bought by DHS from DOT using our general fund for like training uses and whatever, something like that. So because of that, we have this. That's why it's not in service. This is one of their decommissioned buses. We purchased them just to learn from them, figure out how they work, and tactics and stuff like that. So this is the general look of the outside of the bus. So the back shows, just like this one says government property. The other one also shows that it has a government plate and it would have the badge number of whichever DOT personnel has. The brakes, the turn signals, and so on. And here's the side view of them, pretty much. And yeah, and then the headlights and the turn signals. That's about it. And of course the signs. This one would say Prominence, Redwood, and so on. They can change them. We can't change them in here, but you can change them in you can change them when you get to your room, like when you get to not the room, but like when you get to V2. There's a way to change them. So this is the seats. This is like from the back. So we're going to start from the back to the front. You can't sit in them. Like that's not how it works. So you have to click on them just like the regular way. And then you would sit. So in this case, I'm sitting right there, as you could see. So this is the back seat. There's this seat if you want to sit by yourself and you don't want to deal with other people. You can just sit by yourself. I believe this seat and this seat is the one that nobody else will bother you. Actually, this one somebody will bother you because they're like right in front of them. This one too. Technically there's no seat that you're by yourself technically. I mean, you're sitting by yourself, but like you have somebody else facing you if they do sit there. But you get a nice view of the bus, as you can see. The bus can sit about 12 people. So there's like a total of 12 people that can sit in there. That includes the driver. Without the driver, it could seat 11 people. That's how many passengers it could carry per stop. And this is pretty much it. There's no seats here because this is where the tires go. So the tire hump is right here. But that's pretty much this side of the world. Now, welcome to the driver's seat. The driver's seat has a different cloth style. It's the only one. So when you walk in, these doors don't function. They're always open. So it's not like one he can close and open. It's always open. So you walk in and you click on the seat and you sit down. Now, don't bother this. This is not in the game. Like when you go to the game. So if I click on it, it does nothing. None of them, even the sirens don't do nothing. The left alley, the right alley, none of this stuff. This is just it's in the game because it was like a temporary holder place that we had on there. But that's pretty much about it. So that's the turn signals, as you can see. Now let's look at the front too. Here's the headlight. Horn is the same as the any other car. I'm surprised they don't have a louder horn, but I'm glad they don't have a louder horn because when you give people louder horns, they just like to spam the crap out of it, and that's not cool at all. This is your controls, similar to every other car. Lock, unlock. I think if you unlock, you're unlocking your seat, but not the seats in the back. I'm not sure. I feel like the bus driver might be able to lock all the seats so that nobody can like get in without their knowledge. So I feel like if it's like maybe this because it's my bus, I can't test this. I might call somebody else and to try and test that feature for me and update you guys on whether somebody else could sit down and like if I lock the seat, like if somebody else could come and pretty much get on the bus and like take the seat. So let's sit down and test it. The speed on this vehicle goes up to, it's 1 to 8. That's how many gears it has. So 1 to 8, that's about 80 studs. We don't use miles in Firestone, so it's about 80 studs. That's how fast it goes. So let's go for a quick drive. It's like you gotta turn early with this car. So this is pretty much the driving of it. The chassis and everything handles pretty well actually. It handles perfectly because the weight is distributed perfectly, so there's no like it tipping over. Let me see if I can try to tip it over. I'm gonna go on a higher speed and then make a random turn. You see that the weight is distributed perfectly, so because of that it won't flip. Even like when that happened, like if I was in the Explorer right now, it would like tip easily, and that's because the weight is not distributed evenly. There's one side that's heavier than the other, so that's what happens. But this one, as you could see, I mean, no matter what I do, nothing. I don't even lose control. Not like the Explorer. Remember, you guys seen how many episodes of that I lost control? Like, look at it. Even when I'm close to, nothing is happening. Like, I'm not falling. Nothing's happening. So it's pretty good at controlling. But the one thing that's kind of interesting is the fact that it's going to be hard for them to stay in one lane, because as you could see, at least maybe it's our training place or something, but if it's a one lane road, it's so hard for them to fit. Like it's too close of a, as you could see, look at the line, it's too close of a thing. Maybe it's our training place. Let me see the other roads, because I know the other roads are more, but when it comes to like the driving style and everything, that's how it is. Like that's how it's built. So it's hard to stay. So one lane road is pretty hard for this bus. If they want to drive perfectly, they might have to drive onto the lane. So let's see. See what I mean? It's so hard. One lane is pretty hard on this vehicle. Whoops. So that's pretty much the style of this this bus. It's basically, this bus is operated by DOT. You have to be in DOT to be able to drive this vehicle. It's in the county. You don't have to pay anything to get into the bus. I guess it's a government provided service. So because of that, they don't have to. If you come to V2, you can just get picked up and pretty much stop at a bus stop. I'll put a map of the bus stops. So this map right here, this is the map of the bus stop. This is where the different places it stops at: Redwood, Prominence, all the map, Arborville, all the areas that it stops at, it's right there. So this is the route. It never goes on the highway. So if you're waiting for this bus, never wait for it at the highway. You'll never see it again. Stop. Here is how it is in the county. So here we are in the county. So what you do is you come to the county, you stop at the bus stop. So this is the bus stop right here, right? And you just wait for your bus to come. So when you come to the bus, you come to the bus stop, you just stand here and wait for the unit to come to you. So we're in the county right now. We're with DOT. We're with Avid. He's with DOT. He drives this bus. This is his vehicle right here that you see. So we're going to be asking him a couple of questions, kind of to get the understanding of this bus. So he's on the seat, as you guys could see. These are the doors at our training place. The bus that we have in our training place, the doors don't close. Do you press a button specifically to like close the door? Is it a GUI or a regular bus? Okay, so you guys have controls. Okay, so so this is the GUI that he's talking about. As you guys could see, it shows Redwood, Prominence, Arborville, not in service, Anchor, and the door. So that GUI is what controls it. So if you didn't know, by the way, we have this exact bus in our training place, but it does not have the GUI. Instead, it has the ELS GUI. So because we bought these off of you guys for training purposes. So this is the same exact bus. So and then also here's the map that you guys go through. So people wanted to know, if they want to become a bus driver, what do you have to do in DOT? I understand this is a new bus and you guys are still making the policies for it, but like, what's the rules on the bus pretty much? Okay, so you just have to be in DOT pretty much. So so to be in and for the people that don't know what SBE plus is, what does that mean? Is it supervisor and stuff, or senior supervisor or something like that? Senior public employee plus. Okay, so senior public employee and higher are the only ones that can drive the bus, is what you're saying? When the bill passes? Okay, I see. That makes sense. So it's not going to be a division on its own. It's just going to be a bunch of supervisors pretty much taking the bus pretty much. Also, do citizens have to pay money to ride this bus? So I'm a citizen, let's say I'm at the bus stop waiting for the bus. Do I have to pay money to get into this bus pretty much? Okay, so it's free. So the government already paid for it. They took the bill and it's free. Okay, that's awesome. So basically you just get in, take the bus, and you guys only stop at the bus stops, right? So not everywhere. This is the bus depot for the people that don't know. This is how the bus stop is. For people that want to know, do you just wait for the bus, or like do you guys are you guys making people call you at what bus stop they're at, or are they just gonna stand there and just wait for the bus to come to you guys? How does that gonna work? Because if you want the bus, you can the taxi, you can call them. Okay, so it's not like the taxi where you call for the bus. Okay, and the bus does not go on the highway, am I correct? Oh, it actually does, because I saw the map that they showed us. It didn't okay, yeah, that was weird, because the map that we saw, it didn't have the highway in there. The highway was not included. I'll show you guys the map here. It looks like this map right here, as you guys can see. It only showed around the map, but 401, the bridge area, it wasn't included. But I'm guessing that area you don't need it, because you're going through the docks in Greendale and so on. Okay. And the final question is, DOT hiring right now? Awesome. So as you guys can hear, DOT is hiring. So if you want a job in Firestone, DOT is hiring, as you could see. What are the requirements to join DOT? So no arrest, 3 or less citation, cannot be blacklisted pretty much, and you have to be responsible. Okay, so there's no post certification or none of that stuff that's needed. So if you just join Firestone right now, you can apply for DOT, right? As you guys could see, anybody could get into DOT, and for the people that are already law enforcement, DOT is a secondary position, which means you could still be an FSB, DHS, SCSO, SCFD, and all of them without worrying about it, without having to leave there and be in the DOT. And the different opportunities DOT allows you could be a taxi driver, you can be the roadside worker, taking care of the traffic lights and stuff like that. You can be a tow truck driver, or you could be driving this bus and be a bus driver. So those are the awesome opportunities, and you could do that while you're still a law enforcement. So if you don't want to patrol today as a law enforcement, you could still pretty much drive the bus around. So thank you, Avid, for showing us around and showing us how this bus works. And the viewers can see this is pretty much how everything works for DOT. And for the people that are watching, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been another awesome Fleet Friday videos. More videos like these will be coming out. With that, me and Avid are out. Deuces. Bye.